Going on, everyone, and welcome to Poppy TV. I'm your host Poppy, and welcome to another episode where you see Okinawa through my eyes. So guys, I'm just gonna do a quick video on a topic that a good friend of mine brought up. He's not an American citizen, he's actually from Ireland, and he's living here in Okinawa. He's also has a channel, and his channel is advertised on my channel. You should check him out. His channel's name is Irish Medieval History. You should check him out. And he brought up the question to where he was wondering, how could one go about getting a job in Okinawa? Because as I mentioned in my other videos, and you can click the link to see what I'm talking about, I mentioned how the situation in Okinawa when it comes on to employment and the difficulty it is to get certain jobs in Okinawa. Most jobs in Okinawa that pay decently well are either jobs that require you to be fluent in Japanese or jobs that require you to be American and work on base for the most part. One other career field that you could look into is teaching English as a second language, which isn't a bad gig. Before I got my current job, I was actually looking into doing that. So I've heard some stories about teaching in certain countries in Asia. It could be a very good experience. For most of the things that I've heard, it's a really good experience, but you also have the bad. But teaching in Okinawa would be awesome, actually. You're in Okinawa, the people are great, the culture is great, and you get to help enrich the lives of children by giving them the tools to spread their horizons by teaching them English, because English is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world right now. So, disclaimer, I have no experience in teaching in Okinawa. This is just a little video to help those who are interested based on the research that I've done. So, to become a teacher, from what I've looked at, you need to be between 21 and 60 years old. You need to have a bachelor's degree in English, or you have to have a record where you went to school continuously for 10 years, where English was the main language that you spoke, or you need a bachelor's degree and 3 years of ESL experience, meaning English as a second language, teaching English as a second language. So you have to have 3 years experience or a bachelor's degree. You need to have those three criteria. But basically, in a nutshell, you need to have a bachelor's degree. You also need to have a work visa. You need to have a clean background history. And for the most part, I think this may or may not be required. You need to have a TEFL certificate. And a TEFL is basically teaching English as a second language, right? And I'll also leave links in the description to people who are interested in it. I'll leave a link in the description for people who are interested in the TESL certificate. So basically, as I mentioned before, you want to have a bachelor's degree. You want to have a good command of English, right? You may want to brush up on your grammar, because I know everyday English that you speak, whether you're from England, Ireland, America, whatever you are, the Caribbean, may not be proper teaching English, right? You need to have a clean background, because you're going to more than likely working with kids, and I think for the most part it's a requirement, but it's not really rock solid. You want to have that TEFL certificate. So I think there's a couple ways where you can teach English. So you can either do it through the JET program. I think it's the Japanese exchange program. I'll leave a link to the JET program in the description. You can also teach English through the public schools. You can teach English through the international schools, or you can teach English in private schools, or you can teach English by yourself, right? You can be a private tutor. So I believe out of those 5, you get paid the most from being a tutor. Oh, you can also be a university teacher, which obviously would pay the most. And working at an international school, from what I've heard, you also get paid pretty well too, up to like $5,000. In public school, you get paid maybe like 2,500. Through the JET program, you can get paid up to 28. But on also another thing about the JET program, I believe they're more strict, and I believe that the JET program is more catered to graduates from college. And I think there's a restriction of like how long you've been in Japan. So I think if you've been in Japan for a while before you join the JET program, it might disqualify you. But either way, I'm going to leave the link for the criteria and whatnot in the description for those who want to read up on it, because I'm by no means an expert in this topic. But yeah, there's a number of ways you can, start teaching in Okinawa. They pay decently well. However, keep in mind that $2,000, like $2,500, is roughly enough for maybe a single person or a couple. So if you have a big family, you might need to supplement your income. But either way, teaching is a great career choice. It's a relatively easy career choice to go into. Especially if you're not an American citizen and you don't really have the means to work on base per se. So yeah, you should definitely check out teaching if you would like to live and work in Okinawa. It's a good opportunity to make an impact in the lives of Okinawan children or Japanese children. You get to be in Okinawa, you get a decent wage, and on top of that, certain places, like more than likely like the international schools or the universities and whatnot, they'll they'll reimburse you for your travel. They have benefits, all that stuff. They also will train you and sometimes even help you with your housing allowance too. So but I think that's more expected with like the international schools, private schools, the university type deals, maybe not so much in the public schools, because I think out of the 5, the public schools, you get paid the least, I believe so. But either way, I'm going to leave links in the description to help you guys out. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Remember to stay blessed and stay tuned. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.